And we're live. I probably should have adjusted the camera before doing that, but fuck it, we're here.
You know what? You are one to commit to a mistake, so I respect your decision.
I haven't committed to a mistake I've made in years.
I have some bad news for you, Nathan.
Alright, you're on chat duty.
I am on chat duty, apparently.
Also, there's a chat right there.
I prefer to call myself a professional.
A
Professional.
He had a sip of mead earlier.
A sip of mead. We had a glass of mead. God, like frazzled. That's fine. Gives me like a boyish charm, I imagine.
Oh yeah, that's what everyone says about you.
Yes, boyish and charming. Yeah, I remember this fucking game. So, to be clear here, you're doing a no death run, not a no hit run.
Oh yeah, no, I am not. A no-hit run is way down the line.
No, I was asking when your bedroom became a Costco parking lot. Apparently I'm being known for being in a Costco parking lot that one time. I was in the chat, so...
Oh, when you were doing donuts?
Well, I mean, that's my whole job, is driving in circles. Oh, dude, it was the funniest thing in the world, because we got stuck in a line at the weed dispensary, and...
Whoa, sir. That is illegal here.
It's legal to buy it, Nathan, anyway. But, so, we're standing in line at the weed dispensary, and, they have some of the line that's outside. And so, like, when people are cold, people get chatty. Like, people are, like, don't want to just stand in silence in the cold, right?
I thought they gave you numbers. Couldn't you just, like sit in your car?
That's not how any of that works, unfortunately.
Oh, very well.
So, we're all waiting in line, and the guy in front of us and the woman behind us both work for Amazon delivery. Both work actually relatively close to each other. Like, one's in Winchester, one's in Martinsburg, and there's some overlap between them. So this ended up having a conversation over top of Cindy about Amazon's fucking shipping infrastructure network in this area. And I've never seen Cindy just so silently fuming in my life, where she's like, she really talks to me afterwards, and she's like, you know, I told you I don't like interaction. And I was like, hey, I only chimed in the word here and there. It wasn't my fault two strangers wanted to fucking talk over you.
Dude, no, Bob, I was thinking the same thing, like a restaurant-style buzzer. Although, when was the last time you were at a restaurant that was so full you needed one of those?
Well, I mean, dude, these things are fucking, this place is, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to make excuses for their, rather lackluster, ability to seem to keep up with their demand, but it is crazy the number of people that go through there. I mean, shit.
They're still cash only, right?
Well, the way they get around that is anytime you pay with a card, they run it like an ATM fee and have to give you the change back in single dollar or in $10 increments, essentially.
That's so goofy.
It works though. I mean, you know, if you tell everyone's a cash-only business, then half your people have to go across the street to go to the ATM anyway. So why not pocket the fee for yourself, right?
Well, fair enough.
That's what they usually end up doing, and that's not even to mention the fact that when you do that, they have to give you your change in cash, and they have a tip jar right there in case you don't want that $2 in change back, in case you want to give the guys a little bit, eh? Oh. I don't know what this means though, Bob. He says, when I was 8, when Olive Garden opened.
I was asking him a question about when was the last time you went to a restaurant where it was so busy you needed the buzzer, and he was answering that question.
When Olive Garden opened? Like the chain?
Yes. Also, why are you reading chat off your phone when you were literally sitting in front of the computer with the chat?
Because you are so lazy, you've still not gotten the emoji. Goddamn, you've still not gotten the emoji off the fucking screen.
Call did tell me how to do that.
Yes, and you've been so lazy that I've been here for 3 streams now, and you've still not solved this problem. Mind you.
Well, Call solved the problem.
But you didn't follow his advice or see it through. You're the problem, Nathan. You're the problem.
Yes, I'm ruining everyone's life.
You weren't here. It'd just be me and Cole. And no Bob, I guess, unfortunately.
Oh, please, you'll never stream.
He's saying he was given the fucking puck door buzzer. It was cool for an 8-year-old. If you say so. I would not have been.
Oh, dude, it was the most exciting shit, because, like, you might have been waiting, like, 10 minutes, but as, like, an 8-year-old, that might seem like forever. And then, dude, when that thing buzzes, Oh, dude.
I guess I'm just realizing how little my family ate out when I was younger, because I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Like, is the concept confusing you?
No, I understand. That's why I haven't had any questions. The concept's very obvious, right? They give you like a little portable buzzer to buzz you when it's your time.
Yeah.
I assume that, yeah. Like, the concept's not confusing in any way. It's just I have never had this experience. Call can't fix that problem? Call can fix any problem, okay? Have you seen how good he is at Dark Souls? I mean...
We don't talk about that.
It's pretty... it's pretty multi-applicable, okay? Speaking of his being good at Dark Souls, I popped in for like a hot second.
It's fun.
In his Lies of P stream the other day. Is he almost done with that game?
Yes.
It seems like he's getting towards the latter part of it. I've been purposely not watching too much just because I myself want to play Lies of P at some point.
Me too. Like, I'll jump in on a break and watch like a 10-15 minute part, or like I'll jump in and like leave a question and like not watch the screen too in depth.
Yeah. Also, speaking of, we were speaking earlier about what we've been drinking this evening. Fucking Cindy looks at me when we get back from the weed dispensary, and she's like, just out of curiosity, what are you guys getting for the weekend? I was like, oh, well, I gotta handle a gentleman jack. And she's like, thank God. Anytime I want to drink and when you're not around, Nathan just says cheap vodka. I don't do cheap vodka, Justin, okay?
Dude,
I'm a classy guy.
I haven't... Okay, one, I've seen that bitch drink. I don't want to hear about, I don't drink no cheap vodka.
Also, on top of that, the story she told me after she said I'm not a classy gal was a story of her apparently stomping around the house, the handle of fucking Captain Morgan in one hand.
Oh yeah, classy.
She's like real refined and dignified.
Oh, that is a woman there.
You want to show me how to actually do the turbo tunnel?
Yeah, no, I was waiting for you to finish your story because like I'm not going to be able to talk while doing this.
Don't worry, I'll do the talking for us. Actually, I would like to know the pattern for this. Mind you, I still have my criticisms as to the fact that you need to do pattern memorization in order to beat this game being a problem for its construction, but that's neither here nor there. It seems like I'm the only one. It was interesting, though. I was actually talking about that with someone the other day, where it was like, I've kind of come to the realization that you and I tend to, well, you are more multifaceted in your ability to enjoy games, and the fact that you do understand the kinetic pleasure that a game can give, the tactile response of like older genres, right? Where you're not playing Battletoads for its story and character, right? You're playing it because of the satisfaction you get for, you know, executing its mechanics well, and its mechanics seem to be pretty well tuned.
Correct.
That to me can definitely be pleasing, but I don't have nearly as wide as a wheelhouse as you do, I feel like. Where it's like, you know, I really only have gone in search of that feeling in cases of like Dark Souls, for example, and a few other times as well. Well, they start dropping them on you. That's funny.
I can actually jump over them, but
yeah, I never even got to this part. Never even got this far. Are those cats?
bro, thank you. I've been saying that since I started playing Battletoads. Apparently, they're rats.
What do you mean they're rats?
I actually looked up the manual.
Gross. Only a nerd reads the manual. Okay, we established that pretty early on when we made a rule to read manuals, then didn't read manuals. We weren't nerds. We just didn't care. It is so strange they have like the player 2 like score information and empty hearts there the whole time you're playing. It definitely seems to give the impression that you're playing this game almost incompletely, Nathan. Like, it takes two to tango. You have that rhythm down.
I can make some mistakes, but yeah.
Is that the end?
Yeah, that's the end of the level.
Hell yeah. No Bob says he wasn't having a lot of fun dancing with the early Elden Ring bosses.
Oh, that's right, yeah, Nobob started an Elden Ring run.
Does Nobob play a lot of like FromSoft games?
Well,
I have no kind of reference.
As a man who can confidently speak for Nobob when he cannot speak for himself.
I can't speak at all. He can only type. That damn mute. Are you gonna finish your statement?
See, this is the problem with Battletoads. I just get sucked in mid-sentence.
We nailed it, Nathan.
I'm doing great. People don't come here for the riveting conversation.
You know what? I feel like you're giving me a bit of the cold shoulder right now. Okay. See what I did there? Yeah, I made.
I can't wait for this to just be the worst stream we've ever had. I'd be so mad if this turned out to accidentally be the no death run. I'm like, fuck, he's here for this. He will forever be like, we no death run Battletoads.
Bro, what do you mean I will be? I'm already saying that.
It's our channel.
Me and Megadan had a conversation about this in the chat where he was like, we were talking about you, and he's like, you know, hey, you gotta respect a man, because I see it in no skill or something. He's like, you gotta respect a man who beat Battletoads. And I was like, what do you mean a man that beat Battletoads, okay? The channel beat Battletoads. I just didn't control any of the characters when we succeeded in that endeavor. And he just sent crying, laughing emojis at me. I was like, hey, you know, that's the team effort, okay? I was here. I was around. I was about. I was hither, and I was slither. Damn, I didn't have a follow-up. And you did neither, apparently.
That's fine. That only does 1 damage. Not really weird.
Oh, Megadan!
Megadan's here. What's up?
You can't see the thing I'm about to say when I'm about to say it. God damn it. Yeah, speaking of, apparently if you say Megadan 3 times, he's like Beetlejuice. He just appears before you. You have to be very careful.
God damn it, it was that easy the whole time?
It's a power you can't abuse, okay, Nathan? We have to be very responsible. Megadan. I would say it's nice to see you as well, Megadan, but unfortunately that's not how this works. It really is just a one-way street. It's a real nice one-way street. It goes one way, all the traffic, but you know.
Dude, people love in-jokes that they don't know are in-jokes.
Well, I'm just trying to get you to fuck up, basically. That's my goal here.
Yeah.
My goal is not actually to help you out in any way. My goal is to say in-jokes that only you understand, so you fuck up in this endeavor. And,
yeah, I decided to up my training by having Justin fucking drone on about shit people don't care about.
Can I call myself your drill sergeant now? Can I do that?
No, because that's Army.
Then was it drill instructor?
Yes.
Fuck. I knew it was one or the other, and I always get them mixed up because, unlike you, I wasn't a military nerd. Okay. Oh, and Dodger's here as well.
Well, goddamn it, where's Call?
Oh my god, Dan's referring to what we were talking about earlier with you dying at the end with the fucking queen. I didn't know! We were really talking about that before, because I just happened to tune in. I was hanging out with some friends at a meadery, and, you know, I got my car, and I was like, oh, well, my car's warming up. Let me go ahead and, you know, look at YouTube real quick, and fucking Nathan's live stream was there, and I tuned in just in time for him to be like, yeah, man, I did it without having to do, any continues.
No, that second run was a lot of continues.
Okay, well, you said no continues. Maybe I'm mixing
the
up
first run I did no continues.
So I did tune in a time before that, but anyway, you know, I did a really good job. Then it's, and you're like, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's a win. That doesn't count. I've never seen you take more I've never seen a man take more deniability for anything in my life than maybe perhaps Bush when it came to fucking the war in Afghanistan.
Oh yeah, no. Real topical reference.
What can I say? I was talking about Bush earlier for some reason. It's stuck in my brain now. I was talking about how disappointed I was when because someone threw a shoe at him like right at the end of his presidency.
Yes.
And it's just like, why? Like what? Why is that one of the few things I remember about fucking Bush's presidency? Is someone throwing a shoe at him? Like, there's so many other things that definitely had a bigger impact on fucking America and my life in particular. No Bob's saying I'm aesthetic Battletoads training. I don't even know how to take that. Thank you. No Bob's saying that Cole's probably asleep. You know, like the good little boy he is, which means he's not really one of our friends because we're the bad boys.
I keep forgetting Cole's like fucking can't even order his own alcohol.
Oh, I didn't even know he was that young.
Oh yeah, Cole's a little baby.
Oh. Hey, don't get too shocked. That's a hell of a rat. What's her name?
Stop.
Bro, I mean, one of the things I can't appreciate with this game, even though I have played some of it and definitely have my quibbles, if you will, one of the things I can't appreciate is that the same way that enemies can cheese you, you can totally cheese some of these enemies. You totally stun like that rat in that corner, and that's actually really funny to me. Like I kind of enjoy that element of it, where it's like at least it's consistent in its unfairness across both encounters. You know, both you fighting them. And them
you want to talk
you.
about unfair? Let's get to the Terratubes. Fucking level 9 with its underwater bullshit.
No, Bob doesn't like my use of the word quibbles, apparently. Quibbles is a totally appropriate word for this.
Tell him to stop quabbling about it.
I want to get in a Scrabble with the word quibbles one time. That's not true. I wanted to make the word quibbles, but I actually couldn't quite make it work. Not many people put a U and an I together, because, you know, it's a U.
Dude, Nate, I was crying laughing when you died at the end. No offense. It's fine.
If only you, I mean, to be fair to you, it's a learning experience, right? I do think it's very funny that I was present for a little bit of the stream where you were talking to Call about, like, you know, oh, you can't really practice this. And then the next day I see, like, practice run, practice run, practice run. I'm like,
yeah.
I guess he changed his mind on that one. I guess he decided that, yes, you can actually practice run this.
What I meant by that is you can't really isolate a level. Like,
no, there's no level select or anything.
Yeah.
So how many times you died this run?
None.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I haven't died yet.
But, Nathan, no one's gonna believe me when I say you suck if you don't start sucking soon, okay? You're putting my credibility on the line here, Nathan.
Yeah, no, I haven't been thinking about you and your feelings.
And I would appreciate it if you would start thinking about me a little more, okay? Also, I'm confused. Is this one snake that's changing colors? Or are these multiple different snakes that are coming out of holes beside each other coincidentally?
You know, that's a question for local Battletoads expert Megadan, because I just do not care to answer your questions right now.
Megadan's a Battletoads expert?
It's the greatest on the internet.
Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, he is Mega, and his name is Dan.
I mean, there's a reason they don't call him Mini Dan.
So, Megadan's congratulating. He says you're getting fucking pretty good at this, Nathan. And unfortunately, I have to agree. As much as it makes me just grimace in discomfort. The
fact that I'm doing this with you in my ear, saying the most nonsense bullshit that comes into your head.
I mean, sometimes you gotta loosen up. I mean, it is very true. You know, sometimes you get too wrapped up in your own bullshit. Yeah. Sometimes you actually do need that little bit of a random element. It's one of the things that I insist on. I insist on talking about to this day. Like, I've seen you win so many solo Fortnite games just by sitting there waiting for you to die so we could do something else. And you're like, oh, I'll be dead in a second, man. Don't worry about it. Oh, hey, 15 minutes later, I won the whole game.
It does tend to happen while you're waiting there.
I have been surprised by it so many times. I am no longer surprised by it. Megadan would like it to know that, in his opinion, it's many different snakes. Well, fair enough. He's asking if I play on the channel. No. Have you seen No, I do play on the channel, but not very well. Definitely not Battletoads. My God.
There is that episode or that Let's Play we put up of the both of us, and again, to this day, me realizing that if one person dies in the turbo tunnel, you both die. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, the turbo tunnel definitely was kind of because you even mentioned it before we ever started. You're like, hey, the turbo tunnel is kind of like where most people fall off the game. Yeah. That is the that's the first difficulty spike, if you will.
In my opinion, if you can beat the turbo tunnel, you can beat the game.
And it's kind of even doubly so with two people, because now you have to make sure the other person also doesn't make a mistake the same way that you're not making a mistake.
Yeah, no, it's rough.
Because you and I kind of breezed through the rest of the game.
You did some nonsense in level 2, but like level 1, you
there was little shenanigans going on, but it was also my first time ever playing the game. So
fair enough.
I'm not.
The fact you made it to the turbo tunnel is
I was happy with my performance.
Yeah.
No, Bob, saying that it's a testament to your empty-headedness that somehow my inane ramblings are somehow helping you. Megadan's asking what kind of games I like. You know, it's funny you bring that up, Megadan, because I'm a man I'm a rhetorician, if you will. So let me.
He plays PS2. Shut the fuck up and stop rambling.
But no, the point I was gonna make is that I was talking earlier about Nathan's ability to enjoy games for their tactileness, if you will, their feel, their execution, and I do
he was
derive,
waxing on about some bullshit.
Yeah, I do derive some enjoyment from that, but I usually get drawn to games that emphasize things like story and character. So the modern fucking field right now, I think, have some of the best stories in video games coming out right now, and I've been enjoying a lot of more modern games. Nathan and I have waxed on poetically about some of our recent titles that we've enjoyed. Things like the new God of War iteration, as well as
apparently DLC coming out for Ragnarok here.
A free DLC.
Yeah, fucking wild.
That's an epilogue and also like a challenge mode if you wanted to, which is fucking awesome in my opinion.
Didn't mean to get you off track.
No, not at
Christian hit
all.
me up and told me about that earlier.
But yeah, for me, Nathan and I started at very different points in our video game journey, if you will. I started on the PS2 a little later, because that was when the PS2, that was the first time like consoles got really cheap, and also they were DVD players, so it was easy to sell my parent on the idea of.
Oh, that's how everyone sold the PS2 to their parents.
Yeah, so and whereas Nathan also started on 64, so you had
I started on Genesis.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
64 was just like my console.
Well, I mean, 64 is the one that I would say is quintessentially Nathan, right?
Oh yeah,
that's the one that I think you self-describe as
my favorite console of all time.
Yeah.
Now, this is the furthest I've. Actually, no, this isn't the furthest. The furthest is the end of this vehicle section. But if I can get past this, there's a good shot that I can do this today.
A good shot might not be a good enough shot, Nathan. Okay, that's something to keep in mind here. But no, Mega Dan is asking if we played the new RoboCop. Neither of us, I don't think, have played the new RoboCop.
No, I saw Got G was streaming it for a little while there. I really want to check it out, but like I have a problem paying that much for a game brand new just to kind of like check it out.
It's so Mega Dan's not responding to the fact that I was talking about PS2. He's asking for my top 3 PS2 games. How dare you? I will not be subjected to this level of torture to have to choose just 3
on the spot right now.
Just 3 of my favorite PS2 games. My God, man. I mean, it's funny because one of the things that we'll be recording soon, actually.
We actually do need to record that tomorrow.
The Christmas video, right? We're going to talk about games we got for Christmas.
Yeah, last year I did Kirby for the Game Boy.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I was actually going to talk to you about it. I'm not sure if you feel okay talking about it on stream.
Go for it. Fuck it.
This is the large percentage of our audience, if you will. But
these are the loyal viewers.
I was thinking.
Fuck.
If only you were good at
That's
video
fine.
games.
That's fine.
So, because you're in a vehicle, that one hit counts as a death, I assume? Yeah. Unfortunate.
Like I said, this is practice. It's fun.
But yeah, no, for the Christmas games that are coming up, I was thinking, I have a couple early PS2 games, obviously. We have things like Truck Evolution, which I got, and then...
Was that a Christmas gift?
That was a Christmas gift, yeah.
Okay.
And then Vice City also was one, which I thought would be interesting, especially with the new announcement for GTA 6, which is actually taking place in Vice City as well, obviously, in the modern era, as opposed to the 80s when Tommy Vercetti was terrorizing the streets.
Dude, I got confused at the wrong part. Son of a bitch.
I will not be your son of a bitch. Also, are you in hell? I've been kind of vaguely paying attention to what's going on, but this is the first level that's really visually struck me with its background art.
No, I dude.
Don't think about it?
Yeah, I don't actually know where I'm at. Also, top 3 PS2 games right now. Off the dome. What do you got?
You keep asking me that. No, Mega Man is agreeing with me. It's hard to pick 2. It's hard to pick 3 of anything. I think that are your favorite experiences. I mean, catch you on different days. I'd probably give you different games, but the first thing to pop into mind are some of the RPGs that first really defined my appreciation for RPGs. Because there's the Bard's Tale on PS2.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that.
Fucking great game. And one of the first games I ever played that had like a morality system that's not really a good morality system at all. Like basically you could be nice or you could be sarcastic. And one of the things that's interesting about the game is actually some characters will respect you more if you're a snarky bastard to them the whole time, like, which I find very funny. So you kind of have to actually read the people that you interact with a little more. Not exactly an in-depth dialogue system or anything, but as a kid, I definitely appreciated it as something that opened me up to the idea of like, oh, the things I'm interacting with in a video game are people, and not just vague shapes of people that I shoot with guns. You know.
That's the isometric dungeon crawler, kind of like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, or not Baldur's Gate, fucking
Yeah. But well, to be fair, yeah, it is like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, but not the Dark Alliance series. It's a
That's what I
different
was
series.
thinking.
Yeah, but no, it's not like that. Well, I mean, it's kind of like that actually, but not really. It's that kind of perspective though, over top bird's eye view kind of perspective. It's got really interesting RPG elements as well. Probably pretty simplistic compared to what other people would look for in an RPG, especially on the PS2, because the PS2 had like Final Fantasy X, which would probably be another one of the games I talk about as one of my favorite games on the PS2.
Dude, I love that game.
Adore it. Oh my god, fucking Dodger talking about Champions and Norath. My man, I got you, okay? Dark Alliance, Champions and Norath. There was a phase where like me and my sister were looking for any game we could that fit into that kind of genre of co-op, D&D-esque, bird's eye view.
There's fucking plenty of them on the PS2.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of good ones on the PS2. Like, Champions and Norath was good, and Dark Alliance was good. And then Dark Alliance 2 came out, and dude, that's a game where literally I kept waiting for it to go on sale, One of the things I didn't realize at the time was it was I think one of the last PS2 games. It must have been, or it must have been had such a short release that thing never went on sale. And then I had that weird experience of like the first time I ever saw a game go to the point where I kept finding it pre-owned more expensive than it had been new, and I was like,
yeah, Dark Alliance 2 was like weirdly like a $40 or $50 game. I remember being like for a long time.
And dude, I mean, I'm talking like into the PS3 era. I was looking for this thing because I didn't have a PS3 yet, and I still couldn't find it for a reasonable price. And even today, it's still actually valued pretty close to retail, which is really funny.
What'd you pay for it? Because you got it up at the local game store a while ago.
I paid $50 for it. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds about right.
And that was like what, 4 years ago or whatever the fuck it was.
No, it'd been like a year and a half, 2 years ago. You got it up here at Panhandle.
Oh, did I get it at Panhandle? I thought I got the first one at Panhandle because my original copy didn't work very well.
No, you got the second one.
So, fucking, Nobo was talking about the only game that he ever got as a Christmas gift is Skyward Sword, which is a pretty fucking good Christmas gift from what I've heard. I've not played it, but I hear basically every Zelda being pretty good, with the exception of a couple entries. So, Skyward Sword, isn't that the one?
That's the one on the Wii.
Yeah, it's the one on the Wii that has like the motion controls, right?
Yeah, and it's like the prequel.
I used to get that one and Wind Waker mixed up a lot just because I'm dyslexic. I had no excuse. I don't know why. It was just one of those things where I never quite could keep those separated in my brain until very recently when I started actually observing more media about each of them. You know, people talking about them and clips from them. But Megadan's out here with I would like to say controversial opinion, but I don't know enough about his opinion to even call it controversial. He's saying that very few people talk about one of his favorite games on the PS2, which is The Punisher.
Oh, Megadan. Speaking of The Punisher, I work Sunday night, so usually I'm not able to catch the Got G streams, but for whatever reason I was off when they were playing The Punisher. And I remember them doing the bit that you had started, dudes.com. And apparently you had some websites that would lead to like your YouTube page or something like that. And fucking Wes starts telling people to go to dudes.com. And it's a gay porn website.
Like it was the
whole stream is just going to like just this gay porn site while they're playing The Punisher on PS2 or Xbox.
You know what? Hey, gay men need love too, okay?
Dude, it was so funny.
I say it makes me curious. I would assume The Punisher on PS2 has to be based off the Thomas Jane movie, right? Because that would have come out during the PS2 era, like 2005, 2006, I think, is when that movie came out. So, but maybe I'm totally off base there.
You might be.
Because it's just one of those things where it's like you had so many tie-in movies tie-in video games rather, to movies during that time period that like very little else would have been justified. It would have been kind of weird. Someone would be like, oh, let's make a whatever game without a movie tie into it.
Oh, I lost count of how many hits I did.
I'm sorry, I have to read this verbatim because Dodger is wowing me with his insight into the Punisher game. Dodger says, I remember seeing my brother play Punisher on PC, dunking a guy's head in a chrome vat or something.
Into a deep fryer.
Into a deep fryer?
Yeah.
So he really did punish them. Sorry. You know me. Low-hanging fruit is my favorite kind because I don't have to reach too high for it. It's right there. Especially for a tall person.
Ah, fuck, you got me. I was trying to no-hit him.
What?
I was one hit away from no-hitting Robo Manus.
Robo Mantis?
Manus. ROBO-MANUS.
Interesting.
So a sub of mine bought a domain for me. It's linked to my YouTube for 5 years and is destroymyass.com. Okay.
In parentheses, in case you doubted him, it's true. Now, mind you, that has as much validity as saying based on a true story in a movie, so we'll take that with a grain of salt. But hey, anyone in the chat, you want to start typing in destroyed... wait, let me read verbatim.
Yeah, no, be very careful.
Because I don't want this to sound like an invitation, okay?
So, Justin, this is the Terratubes.
The Terratubes?
P-T-E-R-R-A.
Like pterodactyl?
Sure. Same spelling.
Interesting.
This is the level that's got some shenanigans in the back end that's gonna... This is a real bitch of a level in a no-death run.
Interesting.
Yeah, like, there have been times where I've made it through here with, like, one death. There are times I just use everything I fucking have to get through it.
Dodger's asking if anyone's familiar with the game, I assume game, Meat Spin.
Nope.
Megadan is apparently familiar. He's so familiar that he responds with 2 crying laughing emojis and then 3 vomiting emojis. This man's an artist. He knows how to paint a picture without words, just emojis. Megadan says the Terratubes are his worst nightmares as well. Wait, I thought you said it started with a P. It started with a T.
It's P-T-E-R-R-A.
So he spelled it wrong then. He put no P before his T. I'm surprised his T was even crossed with that kind of lackadaisical nature. Oh. No, Bob says shenanigans in the back end. Oh, you did say shenanigans? I didn't even catch that.
I did.
Thank God no Bob's here.
I say that every stream.
No kidding, actually.
Oh, fuck. Oh, thank God.
I thought you were good at this game, Nathan. God. I'm just gonna keep making the same joke over and over again, okay?
That's what you're good for. So from here on is where the bullshit happens.
Okay, now I know YouTube is just fucking with Megadan because he put stars in front of it and wrote the same damn thing like he's trying to correct himself, but it didn't correct. Wait, Megadan's saying he likes No Bob's profile pic. What is No Bob's profile pic?
No Bob's profile pic kind of reminds me of like the Bard from Bard's Tale.
It looks like a little Link. Almost said Zelda, but I ain't that square, okay? I know my Links and my Zeldas, okay? I'm hipping with
I've always said that about you.
I know the Utes. Dodger's daring me to look it up.
Nope.
See, I went to grade school, motherfucker, okay? I know I dare you to look it up really means, alright? I thought you were good at this game.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, it's so baffling to me why all these games feel like they have to have a fucking water level, dude. Like, and obviously I'm not controlling this, so I have no idea how this feels. I'm not sure if this feels good or bad, but it's like...
It feels fine. There's just, like, controlling the toad feels okay. It's the nonsense of the fish being, like... For a game that's so fucking, like, tightly controlled and wants you to memorize shit, the fish are giving me problems here.
Megadan saying, that was BS. You went fast also like you're supposed to.
Because, like, that spawner right there... Oh, fuck. I should have tried to punch him. But, like, that spawner, I don't know what causes it to kick the eels out.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that spawner really put a spanner in your works. That's
the dumbest thing you've said today.
That's not true. I've said way dumber things.
The day is not over.
Well, to be fair, the day's just begun, really. I mean...
Oh, God, yeah.
It is currently, what, Friday morning now?
Yep.
Man, I was getting fucked up because, you know, I think I told you I had 2 games that had to update for my PS5.
Oh, Siege and Call of Duty?
Yeah, the new I'm talking like the new year of Call of Duty. Like, cause they were still running off the old season up till...
yeah, I heard about that. They shut down DMZ or some shit. The beta, air quotes.
Well, because I got a buddy from when I used to work at GameStop, one that you're well familiar with, obviously.
Yeah.
who gets me hooked up with Call of Duty codes sometimes. That's one of the things I always tell him. I'm like, hey man, like, you don't get a code for me, like, don't worry about it. But like, if you get a code, hey, I appreciate it. And he usually does. He usually gets me a Call of Duty. I think in the last 3 years, last 4 years since I left GameStop, he's gotten me 3 out of those 4 Call of Duties.
Yeah.
And they always give you like a really ridiculously big version of it. So I finally got to like look at the new Battle Pass, and I had 55 out of the 100 fucking tiles unlocked from the version that I had. I was like, oh, I'm already over halfway done with it. Cool. Like, it's so funny to me that, like, you know, that's just become a common practice now in video games, where it's like, if you're a person who works and has to, you know, not or can't rather spend as much time as you might like playing your video game to make sure you get all the things out of the Battle Pass, just spend the money you're earning at your work to pay for that extra access to the items that you can't get to because you're working so much. That's the perfect solution. Woo! I'm so happy. Megadan's asking if we're related.
No.
Thank God, because it'd be really hard to marry him one day if we were related. Okay, I've looked up the legality of that before. Cole's asking if there's any death. Oh, Cole's here.
It's about fucking time, Cole. Yeah, I think I died, three times?
No, as his lawyer, there have been no deaths. This is a no-death run after all, okay?
Fuck.
We can't plagiarize, Nathan. You already said no death run in the title.
Fucking hate these sharks, man.
They look a little baby, not hammerhead, but, fuck. I don't even know.
Shit.
No, they're not babies, actually. They're full grown. They have those little sharks that are like 3 foot long. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure. I'm
not familiar with the species, so I probably should just drop it while I'm behind. Also, what the fuck are you hanging on to? And how the fuck is that holding you up?
Well, clearly it's propeller on a rope.
Propeller on a rope.
Or rope on propeller. It's all about perspective.
Rope on propeller? I hardly even know her. You get into classics sometimes. He's got bam. Megadan says you're still practicing, but you're doing well. I have to say,
this is one of my better Terratubes runs, except for that dumb shit I just did at the end.
Megadan's asking where we met.
GameStop.
Let me tell you about GameStop. Yeah, no, Nathan.
You were my boss, and I told you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I was fine with that. It didn't really bother me that much.
We've been friends ever since.
Yeah, pretty much, actually. Our friendship fucking beginning was really weird, but yeah, no, Nathan worked at the GameStop before I ever worked there, but he was a part-timer, and I got hired on as a key holder. So now a guy who knew more about the business and how to actually do the job, I was put in charge of.
Fucking
and I was
corporate stooge.
And I was younger than him as well, which of course added to the friction between us.
Yeah, you were what, like 21, 22?
I was 22 or 23 when I got hired at GameStop. And I gave him 3 good years of my life. I tell you what, Sonny, all right? I'll never get those good years back. And they didn't even give me a 401k. Cole's agreeing with his past self by saying that practice runs were a good idea. He's so full of good ideas, Nathan. I don't know why you don't listen to Cole more often.
He's too busy playing with his puppets.
You know what I was saying was younger? Yeah. Megan saying we didn't get along at the beginning. I mean, there wasn't really an open hostility between us or anything, but it was one of those things where like he and I had an experience really early on where we both rubbed each other the wrong way. But it was more out of like malicious compliance on the part of GameStop, kind of forcing the situation to be bad. Like Nathan and I.
Well, no, I'll tell you exactly what the fucking part was.
Oh God!
It was that $900 sale I did where I sold like three consoles. These parents with like a special needs kid came in.
The grandparents, I think.
The grandparents, something like that. And they're like, we want to. They dropped like $1,000.
Yeah.
And like I felt pretty goddamn good about it because I was making honest recommendations. They bought everything that I fucking said. Not that I was trying to hustle them, but like... the next day, the boss told you to come to me being like, man, you should have sold more pre-owned. You sold brand new. You know how much money we didn't make because you didn't push pre-owned? I'm like, fuck you.
So to be very clear, I don't want to come off as like a bitter former GameStop employee, right? I am, but I don't want to come off that way.
No, there's plenty of time for that later.
But one of the things that GameStop is awful for, in my opinion, is GameStop hires
Okay, so you keep talking. This is where rat number 3 is going to spawn, so I got to focus on this.
You go ahead. But, GameStop's one of those businesses that says they're hiring you for a retail position. What they really want out of you is salesman work. You're really being hired for a sales position. They want you to hit your numbers. You gotta hit your percentages. You gotta get this. You gotta get so many memberships. You gotta get so many, this and that, and the other. I won't bore you with all the details, but one of the numbers that they've always really pushed, because it's one of the places they make their highest profit margin, is pre-owned. And at the time, we were supposed to have a certain percentage of our sales that were pre-owned sales. So when Nathan did this $1,000 sale, and that was one of 5 sales we did on this fucking given Wednesday, my manager like sat me down and had like a conference with me about how I wasn't meeting my numbers. Well, then
first try rat number 3, fuck you.
Nothing like little GameStop bullshittery to make you do well, huh? But yeah, no, and so after that,
well, then this just isn't my 5th time doing this with a thumb cramp.
That's true. But yeah, he told me to go talk to Nathan about it. So I went to talk to Nathan. Nathan was like, dude, fuck you. And I
just did a $1,000 sale. Go fuck yourself.
and I was kind of
like, okay.
I was like, I really don't, like, this is literally just corporate telling me what I have to do. I have no personal stakes here. I really didn't have a problem with what Nathan did. I just communicated to him what the company expectation was and how he failed to meet it. And he was just like, yeah, that's bullshit. And I was like, yeah,
bro, I was a seasonal employee that worked 3 hours a week.
Yeah.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Megadan and Cole are both agreeing it's fucked up, but that's corporate for you. Yeah, Cole saying, I'd be willing to buy from GameStop if they didn't only sell new games. GameStop doesn't only sell new games. It's just they have not figured out...
I'm getting my ass kicked by this guy.
They have not figured out an effective way to both communicate and to, I guess, check their pre-owned games to an effective degree. Like, GameStop got big during the PS2 era onward, I would say, mostly because of the fact that, at that point, you don't need to really worry about, burnt games and things of that nature, right? It's pretty easy to tell when a game is valid. Now, GameStop's trying to get back into the retro market, but none of the employees are trained.
Oh, dude, have you heard, like, it's old stories, but, like, people, like, buying, like Conker's Bad Fur Days and like a blue cartridge or something.
No, 100%. Yeah, none of the people are actually trained, and not even just to tell if something's counterfeit, but to tell if something's working. There's no way to test it on site at a GameStop. If someone brings in a Nintendo 64 game, we can't pop it in the old N64. I got hooked up to the CRTV over there. That's not how any of that works. So what GameStop ends up doing is they just let the employees take it in bulk and then ship it off to a facility, test it, try to figure out, sometimes it's true, sometimes they don't even bother trying to see if it's true or not.
So I've got the back end of this fight down.
Hell yeah.
It's the first part of the fight where he's going slow that I need to work on.
But yeah, so they basically hope to make up their losses by doing bulk. And anything they eat on loss, they'll make up in the pre-owned sale because they make such a good percentage on the profit there. And it hasn't really been working for them. And because it hasn't really been working for them, they've been, struggling, which is, one of the reasons why you have the whole Wall Street short thing with GameStop. That's a whole different story. Once again, we can only start 3 stories at a time.
We might finish one of them in a week.
Exactly. If we start 3, we might finish 1. Okay. If I get any more than 3, we'll finish none of them. Okay. Cole saying they don't sell 360 games and Wii games.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do still sell them. It's limited stores, and it's just it's bad. It's bad. It's a corporate system with a retail system that doesn't actually know how to address the market they're in effectively, in my opinion. And that's what it boils down to. I was at GameStop when they
fuck, that was a bad turn.
They have phased out several different generations of games at this point, right? In different points of their... I don't know how I got into a conversation about GameStop of all fucking things, but
Megadan asked how we met.
That's true. But yeah, so I was there when they were phasing out PS3 and 360 pretty aggressively. I mean, like, at the point where they're like, okay, every previous iteration of like a sports game, put it in the trash can. Just throw that shit out. Anything that's not worth over $5 in our system, just throw out. And I actually took a lot of it, and I ended up giving it to friends. I kept some for myself, and I'm sure a lot of stores did that as well. But I mean, GameStop just doesn't have a future-looking forward-looking model on used games and the equity they actually offer.
Well, dude, it's funny because like you hear stories about people trading in like complete in box DS games. And like they would throw away the cases.
Yeah.
It's like only now are they starting to like keep some of that.
Megan's asking, what made us go to Let's Hang Out, man? A joke that went too far. Literally.
You kept trying to force yourself over.
No. That's inaccurate. Literally what happened was, he and I were talking, and I made a joke about, you know, cause he was like, oh, I'm gonna go home and enjoy a bottle of something. You know, you were making a joke about going home and drinking.
Ah!
And I was like, oh man, I wish I could go enjoy that with you. And at some point you made a reference like, man, you keep joking around about like wanting to go home with me. You shouldn't keep that up. Well, you tell me,
you son of a bitch.
when you tell me that I'm joking around about something too much, the first thing I want to do is just joke around about it more. So I started joking about it more and more and more and more, and I got to the point where Nathan started using my personal cell phone number instead of just for work stuff, for like personal things as well. And then at some point, I had to give him a ride home. He needed a ride home one day, and I ended up at his house, and then we ended up hanging out, and we've been getting along for like 7 years since then now. Somehow, somewhere.
I lost my momentum in that fight.
The boss fight?
Yeah, and then I couldn't get it back.
Yeah, I know, but I was talking about getting burned. Well, with fucking, the pre-games, fucking shit over at GameStop, they just don't, like I said, they just don't have a good system in place to actually know what something's worth, to give you what even a marginal price for what it's worth, right? I mean, there was a point where I took a Conker's Bad Fur Day in trade for one. I told her, I'm like, I'm gonna give you $20 for this.
This is like a $150 game.
Yeah, I was like, it was like $23 is what I was offering for it. I told her that, and she's like, well, I just want the money. She didn't care. And I was like, okay, I mean, like, that's your decision. You know, I have informed you, and that's more than I'm supposed to do as a GameStop employee.
Yeah, you can get in trouble for that.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you know, whatever. But you know, it's one of those things where there are definitely a lot of people who don't get that information, unfortunately, from people, and I definitely have seen that happen more than once. Carl's talking about the risks of buying pre-owned. Unfortunately, it gets more and more true the more and more pre-owned gets older and older, right? I was wondering when someone's going to bring up the Pokemon games, because that was the thing that I dealt with the most working at GameStop, was the pirated or...
Pokemon's bad about it.
Yeah, the pirated is not the right term for it, but the bootleg DS and 3DS Pokemon games. Because
they're getting harder and harder to tell the difference.
Well, the thing was that back when I was working at GameStop, they had compatibility issues with the Pokedex. I never played Pokemon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, but so that's how a lot of people ended up finding out. They'd end up getting a copy of like Soul Silver, like he's talking about, or you know another equally somewhat expensive Pokemon game, and then find out that actually didn't have any compatibility with the Pokedex feature or whatever. And I'd have to hear about it, and I'm like, hey man, all I can do is order you another copy, and I can't even guarantee that copy will also be bootleg, because not only did I not know how to check that, and I knew I didn't know how to check that when I was working there, but I mean, when I get one ordered in, it's coming from some warehouse. It's a nationwide warehouse, so who knows where it was taken in from, and who actually even cared to look to see if there was anything to even check on it. Maybe I'm saying, isn't it funny how work can just make y'all argue? I'm happy that you guys hung out and created an awesome friendship. Yeah, it's funny because Nathan and I have both had an attitude in our lives. I think that served us well on that front. And that's the fact that our jobs never defined us. We've never defined our personal lives or our personalities by our jobs. Nathan and I have actually worked a lot of jobs together. He's gotten me some jobs. I've gotten him some jobs. We've both been down on our luck before, and both have been able to...
You've always been there to pay for a bottle of Burnett's when I need it.
You know what? And I can't say the same for you.
No, you cannot.
No, I mean, life is struggle, and that's what makes it so satisfying. The same way that Battletoads is a struggle, and for some reason you don't want to die. Come on, Nathan. Who doesn't like to die?
God damn it! Stop. Oh.
Why is the springboard different colors on different sides?
That's great.
Just aesthetics? Okay.
That one you jump higher?
Okay. The ones earlier were all monochrome. That's why I was not monochrome, monocolored. That's why I was curious. Megadan, we do not work at the same place now. No. In fact, we don't even
No, that's the reason he's not on the channel more often. He lives an hour and a half away.
Yeah, we live in different states now. Nathan actually moved to West Virginia. I'm still in Virginia. So one of the reasons why we don't get to hang out and play video games together as much as we used to is for that simple fact that, you know, the distance between us has grown both.
Yeah, we went from being roommates to, like, now you're a state away.
Yeah, roommates several times, too, being a state away, unfortunately. Which definitely limits my time to be here on the channel, especially when you're doing daily streams, and not only daily streams, but
double daily.
Before work and after work.
Dude, I'm getting this no death run, dude. It's gonna happen.
I would say I believe in you, but to me, it's not a matter of belief. It's a matter of inevitability at this point. You are going to get it. Because you have the tenacity, the drive, the will, the strength. I don't know the actual quote, but I'm attempting to quote something, and I'm more paraphrasing. Is this like a boss battle?
No, it's... I don't even know what you'd categorize this as.
Like a mini-boss?
Maybe? I got him.
Got him? I keep locking myself out on my own phone. Yeah, Cole's agreeing with me. It's a matter of time. Cole's like, if you play it enough, you're bound to get good at it. Hey, Call of Dark Souls. Are we self-reporting here a little bit?
Yeah, Cole needs to hurry up and finish Lies of P so we can get to practicing for our shit in January.
Yeah, so he can start lying on your P, if you know what I mean.
You're better than that.
No, I'm not. Have you met me?
Yes.
Megadan saying, yep, he's got this. He's got this by the ass! I don't know if that's a reference or if he's just that enthusiastically supportive of you.
You know what? Either way, I appreciate it. No
Bob says, watch out for the green fart cloud.
There is one more green fart cloud.
When you say,
I'm more worried about the golden fart cloud.
When you say fart cloud, it sounds like Farquaad, like from Shrek.
Some of you toads may die. That is a risk I'm willing to make.
Yes.
I can't do a good Lithgow.
Yeah, so isn't that voiced by John Lithgow? My
yes.
God, what a talented fucking actor. Megan saying it's a angry video game nerd joke? I'm not familiar with it. Oh. He's saying that by the ass is okay. Yeah. Unfortunately...
So this is the final checkpoint of the level.
I need to watch more Angry Video Game Nerd. I never really watched him. I was never around on YouTube during his kind of big phase of YouTube.
Yeah, he's had his ups and downs.
So I've heard. Cole saying that he plans on finishing it in the next couple of streams. He's only got 4 bosses left, apparently. I guess you're probably in his streams, obviously, more than I am. And by more, I mean, I've only been in his streams twice in the last, I think, 2 months.
Yeah, no, you don't care about the people. There's a reason I'm the face of the channel.
The people?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nathan. Are subscribers the only people you consider people?
Yeah, so why would I give a fuck about anyone else?
We're gonna talk after this, okay? We need to set down some ground rules about what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Megadan's agreeing with you about Angry Video Game Nerd. He's saying his old stuff's really good, but
dude, I really
modern stuff's kind of meh.
I really liked his
You showed me
video
one
on VHS tapes.
Is that the video? No, you showed me a video on
Nope, got him.
Oh, No Bob's congratulating himself for being a people now.
Hey, No Bob's been here since the randomizer days. All right, he's seen some shit on this channel.
Cole's correcting him and saying you are a person. No Bob can be wherever the fuck No Bob wants to be, okay? He's after all everything but Bob by definition. So he can, you know, keep rowing, baby, all right? You'll get to the other side of that fucking Rubicon one day. I mixed metaphors a little hard there.
A little bit.
No Bob is MVP. Yeah.
My old
No Bob says I've been here since Goof Troop. Yeah.
Oh no, Matt.
Yeah, you and Matt merged.
Matt and I got not really mad at each other, but like people thought we were actually mad at each other. And I'm like, no, that's just kind of how me and Matt are. Okay.
To be fair,
hold on, dude.
What's up?
This is the final jump. I need to jump up, left, right, up. But I need him to stop being a fucking piece of shit Cloud.
You know what? Cloud's a street I used to live on. And then I had my ass kicked by one, though.
It's a good street.
Goes one way. That's called a callback to an inside joke you guys don't get.
Okay, we're at the Dark Queen.
I think I've explained the inside joke at least once on this channel. You just have to dig through like our 300 plus fucking videos to fucking see
If you want to count live streams, we're I want to say we're over 500.
Jesus. Cole saying you can kill the Cloud. What are you, fucking Jimi Hendrix?
No, you can't kill the golden one. If you can kill the golden Cloud, that is a level of consistency. That's bullshit. That's a level of consistency that would really help.
For some reason, I just want to hear the Diamonds Are Forever Bond music in the background of this because of the cascading effect in the background. Also, what is she queen of?
The Darkness. She's the Dark Queen.
Is that like a race thing?
I have no fucking clue.
So I feel like this game has like some, and maybe it's just the later iterations. Good to think I didn't obviously play this game when it came out, but
Well, it came out in '91, so you weren't even born yet.
Right, but the media I've seen surrounding Battletoads and their depiction has always been like weirdly, really like ethnic in a strange way, like the shades and stuff, where it's like, you know.
No. You're getting that confused. That was like '90s attitude era. Like it was like edginess, where it's like, yo, that Toad's got shades. He's super cool.
But like I could have sworn one of them has like a bandana.
No, you are thinking of something else.
I'm off in left field. And that's fine. I mean, ignorance is my pedigree after all. No Bob saying 368 videos, and Cole is agreeing with him, saying that includes live stream. So when I said 300 plus, I was right by fucking the Price is Right rules. I win the fucking sweepstake, bitch. That's why
you only win the sweep. Okay.
Don't go in the middle.
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 I don't know why you ran from the complete right side of the screen.
I don't know, man. I got nervous. I got nervous.
You were already on one side of the screen.
I got fucking nervous.
She's the Dark Queen.
The Dark Queen.
I hate you.
1cc height. Thank you, Megadan.
I'm out of here.
Dude, I got this. I so fucking have this. There's just some few things.
Way to go, Toads! Megan says 1cc hype. What is what?
One credit clear. So no death run, obviously. Think one credit clear like whenever you go to like an arcade and you put a quarter in.
Yeah.
That's one credit. You get like a couple lives or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't get a game over, basically, is what that's shorthand for.
So you're saying that your best run thus far was with my moral and vocal support? Because
right, but I died a few times because no continues use. Yeah, I did. There are some deaths in there that I can totally attribute to you being a piece of shit.
Well, one, I won't deny I'm a piece of shit, so you've got me there. And two, when I hear the term CC, I always think of the medical term. So like I'm just letting him be like, 1cc clear. I don't know why.
God damn, it's only 345.
Only 345, he says.
I'm going back in.
You going back for seconds?
I'm going back in.
No Bob says you might as well clip it. It's still an achievement to memorialize.
Well, I already have an episode out that was me clipping my first, funny enough, my first time beating Battletoads was, a 1cc.
Well, sure. That took a lot of practice, though.
That took, I did the math. It was, I think it was over 40 hours. I think it was close to 45 hours. If you add up all my streams to, beat Battletoads the first time.
Well, I mean, to be clear, like we were talking about before Megadan got here, the channel cleared Battletoads, okay? It's a group effort, Nathan, okay? We're a group channel. It's Nightcaps and nostalgia, not Nightcaps or nostalgia, okay? They go hand in hand. Kumbaya, okay? You're being really quiet over there, Nathan. I'm starting to get concerned. Cole says you can always go back for seconds. Well, he's going back for seconds now. Megadan saying a no death run with me here would be epic as fuck.
Dude, I was thinking about it.
I agree.
Oh, dude, I'd love it.
And Cole's talking about 40 hours to beat a game is not bad, especially when you consider the modern length of games.
Yeah, no,
I agree wholeheartedly. It's actually one of those things where I went through a phase, especially after I graduated from school, high school, where, you know, when you have a job, you don't have as much free time, where I started looking at, you know, the length of games not needing to be the biggest number possible, right? Like, especially now, recently, I've had a lot more fun with games that I've beaten 40 hours than games I've beaten 100 hours. And that's not saying that the games that took 100 hours to beat are bad necessarily, but there is something to be said for a level of conciseness.
Yes.
It's a conversation that Nathan and I have had, and sometimes disagreed on when it comes to even the lengths of like films, for example. You know, some films I think can very well justify a 3-hour length. I have no problem with that. Not all films can justify a 3-hour length. You know,
I do love me a tight 90 though,
and that's the thing that usually ends up coming up when we talk about films between Nathan and I. Is, you know, the idea of you can get away with a lot more in a concise experience, because at least in a concise experience, you only suffer so long, right? I mean, and maybe...
I mean, dude, case in point, Hellraiser 4 was an 80-minute film, and that had 3 different storylines in the motherfucker.
In 3 different time periods.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is...
That is a... That's a fun watch.
Yeah.
It's not a good watch.
Cole's bringing up the fact that a lot of games have a lot of bloat they don't need, and I couldn't agree more. If you want to talk about a 100-hour game recently that I still haven't beat, that I'm still working on, is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I have 80% of that game done. I didn't buy a DLC. I have played the free DLCs. I'm 110 hours in. I only have 80% of the game done. I have all the perks, all the feats. Right now, I'm so far in the game, like I'm level like 275 or some shit, and the only thing anytime I level up, the only thing I can get is like incremental upgrades. So it's like, oh, do an extra 1.5% melee damage, do an extra 1% stealth damage. Ooh, that's why I play video games, for those small increases. If I want small increases, I'd go hit the fucking gym, okay? Like, let's get real here, alright? There's a power fantasy, to a certain degree, that I think needs to be understood and appreciated when it comes to the logic of video games, that I think some video games kind of just miss out on entirely. Not saying, of course, that every video game has to have a power fantasy to it, but there has to be a certain level of empowerment, or the subversion of it with a disempowerment, that makes logical sense and consistency with the story, the plot, and obviously the gameplay mechanics. But that's turning into an essay that I need to fucking speak about right now, so I'll leave that on the cutting room floor where I have it.
Ah!
Nobo was saying that he thinks the genre is misunderstood. You're talking about the genre of ultra long games? Like, I'm curious what genre you're talking about there, No Bob. Oh, he's talking about open world games. No Bob was saying open world games were better 20 years ago. I think better is the wrong term to use. I think there was a level of simplicity to open world games 20 years ago. One of the games we were talking about earlier was Vice City, for example. The GTA games were all open world games roughly 20 years ago, some less so, obviously. And I'd say that the simplicity does a lot of favors for them, but I certainly liked some of the complex things they attempted in those games, right? Like having Vice City and having the ability to like buy properties and then like collect rent from properties, as well as do missions for properties and then do missions for gangs, and having bonuses that come from doing missions for gangs and things like that was definitely more interesting than the first game, where it was literally like, oh, either go collect the hidden packages, go do your mission, or go fuck with the police. And those were like the 3 things you really had to do in that game. So I think there is something to definitely be said about, like I said earlier, conciseness. But you also don't want to oversimplify the experience, right? Figuring out the things that people do enjoy doing. I mean, to this day, one of the things I find really fascinating about games in general, and modern games, I guess, a little more specifically, is that they still seem to fall into the same ruts. Like, how many games have trailing missions? And no one likes trailing missions. Why do they keep making trailing missions? And like, you'll see a game every once in a while do like a spin on a trailing missions in a stealth game, and it's like, why did you even do it? You didn't need it. You don't need it. It's like, this is something that people just don't enjoy doing. People enjoy playing at their own pace. So why would you have this in there? Well, because other games had it in there. And it's a mission type that you can kind of just shove in and make work somehow, right? Nobody was talking about No Bob is agreeing with himself, a very, very controversial opinion to have, saying that 20 years ago they had games like Ocarina of Time. Well, I think Ocarina of Time is a little older than 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But
25, 26.
Yeah, not by a huge amount, not by a huge margin, but yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I have not played Ocarina of Time, so I can't talk about its veracity as an open world experience.
We have plans to have that be a ranking episode.
He and I sat down with Ocarina of Time one time and we finished the tree dungeon. The Deku Tree?
Deku Tree.
Right.
That's gonna be one of those games that I think I might have to set you up and leave the room while you play, because it'll just be the most infuriating thing in the world for me to watch you play that. And not have my knowledge of, like, 26 years experience.
Yeah. It is always funny, too, because I have that kind of experience sometimes when I watch you play, like Call of Duty, for example.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's not so, it's a little less, like, knowledge and more like, I see what you're doing, and I'm like, my hands can do that better. Give me controller.
I want to play it.
Put my hands on it. I can do it. Ah! And like, that kind of, the frustration you get from, understanding something more on a kinetic level than maybe you might even understand on an intellectual level, right? Where it's like, I might not be able to describe to you how to beat a Dark Souls boss, but you put me in front of one with the controller, I could probably do it for you, you know? Cole is talking about the trailing missions in Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed didn't even start it. I mean, I played several stealth games that had it. I mean, the first time I remember ever doing a trailing mission was Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell had trailing missions in it, and it's one of those things where, like, people don't really talk about it that way, but no, there were times where, like, you had to track a target and keep up with them while juggling the other guards, and it's like, adding complexity to an experience doesn't necessarily make it a more valuable experience in my mind, right? I actually was having this opinion recently with the Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm on the final island.
You still haven't beaten that yet?
I'm working on it. I'm like 20 hours in. I'm 20 plus actually. I think I'm close to 30 now. But I'm on the third island for Resident Evil 4, and there's a section where you are separated by bars from Ashley, and she's holding up a bridge for you.
Oh, dude, Nobob was there while Matt and I live streamed the whole thing, so he would know what you're talking about.
Right, and a regenerator pops up while it's happening. So you have to shoot the guys who are trying to attack Ashley, because if she gets attacked, she drops the bridge and you can't get back to her. But you also have to fend off the regenerator, who you have to look through like a special scope, like a thermal scope, in order to see the weak points on this regenerator. And I was like, okay, you've introduced all these concepts separately, and now you're introducing them all together. This isn't a terrible way of doing this. My problem is, I don't have any ammo! All I have is pistol ammo, so like I'm trying to like plink guys to the bars, and I'm at a point in the game where their HP is a lot higher than it used to be, and the ability to stun them takes like 2 to 3 headshots now. So I'm trying to line up headshots to a bar while our generator's hammering me in my asshole. I mean, just full-fisted grabbing each cheek and really going to town, like it's the 4th of July and somebody's late in the rent. But I really can't say I enjoyed the experience, even though I understand logically the experience, like where it came from and why I would think to implement that in there. I don't think by making all those elements work together in that way. But that also brings up general criticisms I have of the game structure of the new remake in general. I don't want to get into that either, so we're going to leave that one. No, but I'm saying there's trailing segments in Splinter Cell? Yeah, totally, 100%, yeah. No, Bob saying that Ubisoft ruined the open world genre. I wouldn't say they ruined it, they standardized it. It's not ruining it to standardize something. They found a formula that worked with like the Far Cry series, for example, and Assassin's Creed separately, both open world games. And they standardized it, and then other people copied their system because they were so good. The problem was that the innovation kind of just didn't really evolve the way that it needed to keep up with the expectation of the audience. It became a formula and a base to build everything off of, rather than a unique experience that was then surpassed by the next unique experience, right? I mean, my God, Far Cry 6 follows the same formula. Far Cry 3 fucking started, and even to a lesser extent Far Cry 2 and 1, but definitely Far Cry 3, fucking, 2 console generations ago now, so. But yeah, no, Ubisoft does do open world games. I mean, that's not even talking about the Ghost Recon series. It's turned into an open world game. But that one didn't standardize anything. It just kind of took some of the worst tropes, in my opinion. Oh, I gotta keep up with everybody here.
Yeah, no, you started talking to yourself.
I do that a lot. I can't help myself. I'm just so interesting, Nathan.
I'm just here to play Battletoads.
Have you heard me speak?
Often. I'm sorry. Hawkeye's in the chat. No docs.
There are trailing missions in Splinter Cell. Now, mind you, they're not as bad as Assassin's Creed because they don't usually require line of sight. But yeah, there was missions where, like, you know, oh, you have to track that target with the key card. You know, Sam Fisher. It's so fucking annoying. That was the first one, if I remember correctly. And then Pandora Tomorrow had some too. And then, fuck, even Double Agent had some as well. Now, mind you, after that, I really can't speak definitively on it. I don't think Blacklist had any. Blacklist was like the whole modernization of Splinter Cell, but we've talked about it.
I want to get the Wii U version of Blacklist so fucking bad.
No Bob says skill issue. Fuck you. No Bob says he has a lot of skill. Double fuck you. Oh, we got Matt in the chat.
Doxing.
I already cleared it with him. He says, who invited Justin? Well, your mother invited me, but I was too busy hanging out with my real friend, so... No Bob says himself, maybe Nathan. I don't know if you invited me or not, to be honest with you.
Well, I was running out of alcohol, and I knew you'd bring
No Bob's saying he can't remember a single trailing mission in Splinter Cell games. So, the way they did the trailing missions in the Splinter Cell games was literally like, oh... you have to keep track of this guy because he has, like, a document on him, or you need to interrogate him. It wasn't super frequent or super often, but that's the first instance I remember of them literally failing me. And it wasn't, like I said, I don't remember, it's been a couple years since I've played them, so I don't remember if there was even
I mean, yeah. You and I did play the demo.
Fully played them.
A while ago.
But I don't remember, because I know for a fact there wasn't a line of sight issue. I don't remember if there was a distance issue. But one of the issues I do remember with those trailing missions was, like, you had to avoid other guards while you followed this guy. And this guy would, like, talk to people on his path. So you're like, oh my god, like, this is bullshit. Like, why can't I just fucking tap everyone in the face and fucking take this guy right here? No. You gotta make sure he has his fucking phone call with whoever you have to eavesdrop on or whatever the fuck it is. Because, yeah, the eavesdropping is another one of the things you gotta do in fucking for the trailing missions. Anyway.
Fuck! Well, it's not a no death anymore.
Hawkeye sent me a penis. Oh, wait, no. You told me it's a heart.
Well, it's a heart. On.
You say my jokes are bad.
I'm good at video games. What do you do?
I'm good at video games. What do you do?
Not that we've seen on this channel.
What do you mean? I beat you almost every time on this channel, dude. It's so weird how... like, games that you are notoriously better at me at, I've somehow edged out, like, one of the few wins I've had against you in. Like, fucking, Pokemon Stadium I beat you in.
Did you?
On the channel.
I know you beat me at Mario Kart every time we play.
The first time we played Pokemon Stadium, I beat you. The second time we played it, the AI won. So,
that's fair.
That's just a fucking, whatever. But yeah, Mario Kart I beat you in.
Every single time, which I think is funny, because you never beat me.
Fighter's Destiny I think I beat you in the first time I played it. But
that sounds fair.
The second time we played it on the channel, you beat me.
We need to play more Fighter's Destiny.
I'm down. I like Fighter's Destiny. I mean, dude, I'll be honest with you. I've been trying to come around on fighting games more and more. I've been trying to get...
Well, how's your Marvel vs. Capcom 3 training?
Training's a generous term for it. I have, I think, a solid... I think I have a solid anchor, and I think I have a solid assist character.
Okay.
I just cannot figure out a lead character to save my life. Like, I really wanted it to be Thor, but Thor sucks, and I'm not good with him. I want to learn him.
Like, Thor is consistently at the bottom of every tier list I've ever seen.
He just doesn't have a lot to offer.
He's slow in a game that's built on speed.
Yeah. Well, and not just that he's slow, but, like, his low moveset is a benefit because I know how to do, like, basically all his special attacks I know how to do. But literally all his special attacks require him to be touching you. And he's slow, and his attacks one-ups are slow. So it's like I have to get you into a combo and then try to hit you with one of these, and then it's all downhill from there.
Have you tried any grapplers?
I tried Hagar.
I was getting ready to recommend Hagar.
My problem with Hagar was that, like, I couldn't figure out his range very well. Like, I always feel like I should be hitting the person and I wasn't hitting them. I feel like I should be getting grapples, and I wasn't getting grapples. And then, that's not even talking about trying to do the air combos with him, but that's a whole fucking different story. Even lose my voice. I've been talking all day. Whew. Wait. Nobo says, I've been advised that anyone who dislikes GTA 4 really likes Marvel humor and should be disregarded. Chat, is this real? I love GTA 4.
I need to go back to it.
Like, GTA 4 is one of those ones where I definitely understand the criticism of GTA 4 when it comes to the character to gameplay experience disconnect, right? Where it's, you know, you have this sullen, reluctant former soldier who believes that, you know, violence is horrific and has seen families and a country torn asunder by the aspirations of powerful people. I mean, literally, one of my favorite quotes from the game is, you know, in talking about, I'll have to paraphrase, I don't remember the exact quote, but he's like, you know, war is just where they send the young and, the young or stupid are sent to die by the old and vengeful. So it's something like that, right? And, you know, I think that's very interesting, and I like the message it sends there. But then also on the side, you kind of drive around in a GTA game like you do, and you shoot the police officers, and you get in trouble, and like you have this total disconnect from this, you know, serious tone the game's trying to set up with Nico Bellic being a former soldier and having to do violence even though he doesn't want to, hey man, I want to go fuck with the police, and I want to go do high-speed chases, and I want to go do like the things that are fun in GTA, which makes no sense for Nico Bellic to really do. So I think it's one of those problems that Rockstar first became aware of, that kind of dissonance between its character, its story, and its execution, its gameplay mechanics in GTA 4. I think they became really hyper-focused on fixing that in the future. One of the first iterations of them fixing it is actually GTA 5, where they introduced Trevor Phillips, who's literally just batshit insane. So hey, you want to go fuck with the cops? You want to go fucking be crazy? Go be Trevor Phillips. You know, the two protagonists are more serious and actually have more grounded stories. I'm not saying that Trevor's story's bad or anything, but definitely less grounded.
Nico's a great character on Search. Yeah, no, Bob, be careful, because if you get him going...
No, Bob's literally, I didn't mean to get him going.
Yep. Oh, dude, Pirate Software just started his stream. That man streams like 8 hours a fucking day.
I have not seen any of his stream work. I've only watched a couple of his shorts. Like, every once in a while I'll see one of his shorts pop across. Like, I'll be honest with you, I actually had a problem with one of his shorts recently, because he talked about Roblox. And he's like...
Oh, he agreeing with the pricing model or whatever?
Well, he was like, oh, Roblox is a great pricing model. Yeah, it's got a great pricing model. I don't know.
It's predatory.
The problem I had with the child labor. It's got child labor. Stop making children work for money. Don't do that. Just stop that. Just don't do that. It's so easy, and we keep fucking it up somehow. I mean, even here in America, and like in our factory work, we've been having child labor popping up, and that's not even mentioning the child labor that we allowed to happen overseas. It's like, Jesus Christ, how hard is it just to say don't have children work?
See, no, Bob, you had to bring up Grand Theft Auto. Ignore when...
He didn't have to, but someone did. Matt says, at least the child labor is tasteful. If you're talking about the drinks they make, then technically, yes, you are correct, but...
Speaking of drinks, mine's empty.
Oh, mine's about to be empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cole's agreeing with me about the disconnect between the narrative and the character in GTA 4, where it's like, it's hard to identify with a character when you take control of them, and you can do basically everything that's the antithesis of what your character stands for, and seems to believe when you're not in control of him, right? Yeah, no, the disassociation between those two things is rather wide and gaping, much like your mother's butthole. Sorry, I still fiery flames. I figured I had to say something a little hellacious, if you will. Do you want to drink some mead? Is that what you want?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Do you want to do the crazy mead or the normal mead?
We already opened the one. Might as well finish it off. It's only a half bottle. Damn it, I paused too early because I was talking to you.
You shouldn't have paused at all. I was going to grab your glass for you. I don't know why.
I just didn't want you to reach in front of me.
Ah! Fuck. That hurt. Broke my toenail. Where'd you put it?
That's a great question. Figure it out.
I swear to God, I put anything in your fucking hands, and you just walk around with it, and you just set it down somewhere random.
It's probably on top of the fridge.
It's not on top of the fridge. I want the label on top of the fridge.
I don't want the labeled one.
Yeah, I know. Where's the unlabeled one that we got illegally? Fuck.
God damn it. Where the... This is why we're only at 178 after a year and a half.
This is why we're only at 178.
You! Oh, wait. I think I put it in the
closet?
I think I put it in the closet, actually.
Nathan, we're trying to get things out of the closet. Get the fucking time.
I've been trying to get you out of the closet for years.
Shit. Don't try too hard.
I like it in here. It's cozy.
What the fuck? We had that much?
Bro, it's not a standard 750. It's a 375.
You poured more than half here.
Right, because it's a 375. I poured us each equal pours.
I told you to drink like a wine.
Well, I drink it like your mother drinks one.
That's a very sensitive subject. You sure want to pull this scab off right now? Speaking of scabs, I tell you that I fucking fell in a wood stove by accident.
Yeah. You love to, like, get drunk and fall on hot things.
Well, that's what she said.
Hey.
And two, yeah, I don't have a very good balance when I've been drinking, unfortunately.
Yeah, funny how it happens. It's funny for me, because I don't fall on hot things. Here, just keep it over there until I'm done with this.
Yeah, no worries. Oh. Scoot my chair back up. Matt's asking, did you see, wait, you fucking stupid emoji thing, man. It gets in the way every time. Do you see where Sega announced a ton of games? Where?
No.
You see where?
I think he's saying he replaced where with that.
Well, that'd be a different sentence, though.
Right.
Well,
Because he's not asking me to find the location.
Well, I thought maybe he's trying to insinuate that's coming out on, like, a specifically interesting console. Like, where the Sega game's going to be
he's
released.
literally just saying, hey, did you see where?
Megadan's
saying it looked awesome. Okay. I'm shocked Megadan's still here.
I didn't realize he was still here. In fact, he might have left and come back. Or he might have been here the whole time. That's really all
Well,
his
if he left
secret.
and came back, I totally didn't die 3 times.
Did you die?
Oh, 3 times.
You know, Nathan, at one of these days, you should have to splice together these runs to make your no-death run. Lie to everyone.
I'll do it Billy Mitchell style.
Have that pain live in your heart forever. Ugh. Fucking Billy Mitchell, man. Did you hear about the completionist bullshit, man?
Bro, I've been following that.
Oh my god. I watched the
Dude, I saw the Carl Jobst video, like, I think 5 minutes or so after it came out.
Yeah, you sent it to me, like, as I was checking my feed, and I was like, oh, what's this? And, like, I got it from you, and I was like, I didn't realize you watched him like that. I feel like I
didn't.
I feel like I'm always sending you Carl Jobst
I
things.
didn't. He just showed up my recommended.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit's fucking wild, man.
It's very interesting to say the least. Megan says, yep, just laying down, lol. Cole says completionist finally donated the money.
He did, but he didn't donate all the 650, and then, like,
Sure, I mean, transparency, I think, is the best thing at this point.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, I'd rather the majority of the money be donated than nothing to have happened, right? So...
Yeah, no, some ordinary gamer put out another video today as I was going into work, so I watched it on the way in.
So, Matt saying brand new Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Shinobi, Golden Axe, and Streets of
Wait, a
Rage.
new Golden Axe? The 360 Golden Axe didn't fucking kill Golden Axe as a franchise?
You can never kill a Golden Axe. It's golden.
Speaking
Golden Axe.
We have Megadan in the chat. I need to watch that no death run he did a Golden Axe. Because that just seems fucking insane. That seems crazier than a Battletoads no death run.
I have no context for Golden Axe.
I have it on the Sega 6-pack, so I will show you at some point.
You know what? I'd really like a 6-pack of some kind right now, so I guess I'll have to settle for the Sega one.
You could do worse.
Why do you have to one up?
So it's gonna sound stupid. Oh, dude, you can do Golden Axe easy. Bro, so the only experience I have with the Golden Axe was... I don't know if you remember the Sega plug-and-plays, back when plug-and-plays were blowing the fuck up. It was a blue Sega controller that had like 6 games on it. Golden Axe is one of them. Dude, Golden Axe kicked my ass up and down.
We have the full range here. So I vaguely know what Golden Axe is. Obviously, you know what Golden Axe is.
The Golden Axe I'm talking... Fuck.
And then we also have Cole being like, what's Golden Axe? We have the full spectrum of people's knowledge on any given topic, from like practically an expert with Mega Dan, to you knowing a good amount about it, to Matt somewhere in the range there as well. I couldn't say definitively, obviously, to my somewhat semi-awareness of it, to fucking Cole's obliviousness about it, which is really funny. No Bob's excited about the new Shinobi, apparently.
Shinobi's never really been my thing. Like, it's a game that I've always said is good, but it's never clicked with me.
Matt's saying the new Shinobi looks cool as hell. It has the same art style as the new Streets of Rage. Is that's what
Streets of Rage 4.
Okay. Well, he just keeps saying Streets. I'm assuming he means Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
I'm not always the sharpest biscuit in the tin, but every once in a while I do chip a tooth.
You just had a bunch of words come to mind. You're like, I'm gonna say all of them.
That makes sense. Fuck you. That's clever. I gold. I give you comedy gold, Nathan. I get shit in my face. All right. That's all I'm saying. All right. Maydan says, I just hope that the last boss of the new Shinobi is No Bob. Which, mind you, for some reason, reading Shinobi and No Bob is really fucking me up.
Shinobobby?
Well, they both have knob in them, like, right in the... like, it's fucking me up.
Hey, No Bob's been known to have a knob in him once or twice.
Hey, you know what? We said earlier we're going to respect whatever wants to stay in the closet can stay in the closet if it wants to.
Okay, I gotta keep track here. 2 hits, 3 full.
Shinobi!
Damn it, I'm keeping track. That's 5 hits.
Megadan found Shinobi very funny, and I agree. Clever and verbose aren't the same thing, says No Bob. Fair. But I'm going to equate them either way. Shinob is canon, says Matt. I know, Shinobi, Jesus. Tickles me in a funny way. Not that kind of funny way.
Yep, nope.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm losing my voice. I guess I have been talking.
You've been talking for like an hour and a half.
Well, I mean, not just this. I was also talking earlier because, like I said, I got like 4 hours of sleep last night because I had to wake up early to go to this fucking meadery thing. And then the guy whose meter we're going to, turns out doesn't open till 3. I'm there at fucking 1 o'clock.
I got greedy. I shouldn't have gone for the jump.
Ugh.
Or the attack.
Man, I had to spend all the whole day informing the people at the bar about, you know, the real global political situation going on right now. Because, you know, obviously I'm the best informed
that's the
person.
best place to talk politics, is the meadery.
Hey, everyone's drinking. Everyone's real loose.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
Someone's
gonna start throwing bees at you.
Maybe some hard R's.
At the meadery in that location, maybe.
A lot of letters might be flying around, okay? Matt's saying he feels like we have to do the Shinobi series.
I have the Shinobi on the 6-pack. That's the only Shinobi that I own.
No Bob's saying...
I think it's Revenge.
No Bob's saying he has it on the PS2, and he definitely can do Shinobi. So... Not saying that we can't step on each other's toes, because I'll be honest with you, I've been a dance partner at a fucking winter formal before. I have danced on someone's toes. It's fine. I'm willing to do that. I'm okay with that.
I'm so happy that you can be here for this. You're really bringing that extra dimension to these streams that I've been looking for.
You're looking for extra dimensional streams? What are you, Bill Guy, the no science guy? We might have too much alcohol, Nathan. We're getting a little silly. At least I'm getting silly. I don't know about you.
Yeah, me. Oh, I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Hey, watch out for the gear. You know what really grinds my gears, Nathan?
What, Peter Griffin?
Those damn toads running through the pipes. I don't even know where I'm going with that one, but you know what? It's just like a crocodile. We're gonna let it lie.
Hey, you don't want any toads in your pipes? That's too damn bad.
That's too damn bad. Now we're just doing referential humor. That's like the
everyone loves that shit.
That's the lowest form of humor. I mean, you're talking about Family Guy. That's literally the Matt saying extra dimensional streams, and then for some reason, gravestone followed by 3 laughing, crying emojis. As a man who's worked at a cemetery,
I worked with you at the cemetery.
How dare you? Don't try to appropriate my experience. Megadan says you guys deserve so much more than. I don't know. He has put a.
Hold on, I can read it.
It doesn't make sense. That's not a word. The 178 subs, I understand. Whatever happened before that, it's just a travesty.
We are keeping Megadan up past his bedtime. That's what happened.
That is a train wreck I can only rubberneck at and can't even begin to explain to you.
I think we would totally have more than 178 subs if Justin would, be part of this channel every once in a while.
Oh yeah, I'm the real problem going on here. He says, on my laptop, with my microphone, with the very generously donated camera.
Funny how you point out the shit that you bought.
Nathan, you started that sentence with conveniently, so...
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yes. No, I mean, I do wish I could be up here more, but I mean, the fact that we do all our recording at your house definitely can be a little bit of an impediment to the accessibility that you and I have together sometimes, unfortunately.
Oh, fuck.
Megadan says his phone is dumb. Cole asks, were you trying to say then? Oh, he was trying to say then. Oh, wow, he really was trying to say then. To give you an idea, there are more letters that don't belong in the word then.
Shut up!
Do belong in the word then in that word.
I'm trying to do important toad business.
He really nailed that one. Oh. Matt says, hit phone, windful, Justin. You shut your fucking mouth, okay? Just because I sometimes choose to pronounce letters that may not be present in the words I'm pronouncing doesn't mean I'm wrong, okay? It means I'm eclectic.
Yeah.
It confirms it was then, and then says, so I did. Wait.
Oh my god. Streaming is also I want you here for stream so I don't have to monitor the chat my damn self. Oh my god.
So I can keep you informed.
Yeah, I can just play Battletoads.
Is that all I am to you? Some kind of handsome, suave commentator? Don't comment
How
on the first two.
Fuck did that not kill me? I'll take it. Have I died in the Terror Tubes yet?
I don't fucking know. You think I've been paying attention to your gameplay?
I've barely been paying attention.
Kind of to your benefit, it would seem. Hey, you hyper focus and then
I need that shark to look the other way.
That's not how looking works.
Well, no. So the shark will, depending on how he follows you, he'll zigzag. So what I need him to do is when I get to that top left corner, when I go right, I need to go right as he's zigzagging left. And then I need to be opposite.
As he zigs, you need to zag. I got you.
This is what 80 hours of Battletoads will get you.
Call is recommending you get a text-to-speech that reads out the chat for you. Now, that would be a good idea if maybe we weren't such a small YouTube channel, and literally anybody can come in here and type in literally anything they want into our chat. So, yeah, probably not the best idea to have something that just automatically reads out what's being typed in the chat, but that's just my opinion. I mean, watch out for the rubber duckies.
Fuck these ducks, man. Dude. You can ask No Bob. I know No... I forget if it was No Bob or Matt Armentrout, where it took me a long time to get past those fucking ducks, man. Fuck the Terror Tubes, man. Ugh.
Do you have invincibility frames at all during your dash?
No.
I was just curious.
What are iframes in Battletoads? Did you notice how in the boss fights, even when I was down during Robomanus and he shot, I would still get hit when he shot over me?
I did not notice that, but now that you said it, I will notice it, and I will point to and laugh. Also, why are these tubes gendered?
fuck are you talking about?
Pink and blue.
Bro, if we're gonna talk about just the setup in, like, the world of Battletoads, I don't get it.
Someone explain it to me!
Like, what are these tubes for, and why are they only half full of water?
Well, I think the insinuation is that we're actually much smaller than we think we are. Like, we are actually probably 2 size a regular toad. That's why we're fighting things like rats, I assume. But maybe I'm being totally erroneous in that assumption.
Dude, now I see why Mega Dan was so angry in his No Death Run video, bitching about the Terra tubes for 45 minutes straight. It makes sense.
Paul saying,
Chips here.
we have a lot of moderators, so we don't have to worry about that. We have moderators who don't do anything. No offense, I'm also a moderator who does nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on.
I have never seen a moderator actually moderate anything in this chat, so I don't even know what to say to that. Who's Jay?
J Chip Show?
Yeah.
I met J Chip Show in the last Gaming Off the Grid happy hour, and then he is a regular of Megadan's.
Which makes sense. He said, "Hey, Megadan."
Yep.
He asked, or I guess they. I don't know if it is a he. They asked, "What's really hood with it?" I'll tell you what's really on the hood. The egg on Nathan's face.
Shut the fuck up.
Because he sucks at this game. That's also a reference to the fact that Nathan's car actually did get egged over Thanksgiving, which is just fucking hysterical to me.
Well, dude, did I tell you what happened with that? So someone went up and down the street and egged a bunch of cars.
Yeah, like egged a whole shit ton. Yeah, when you first
I thought it was just us.
When you first told me about it, I was like, damn, who the fuck did you piss off? And then you told me it was several people, and I was like, oh, it was just some kids having fun.
Yeah.
Boys will be boys. I mean, you know, you gotta let the kids vent their anger towards their parents and society somehow, and a little egging never hurt anybody. It's not as inconvenient as a TP, for example.
Okay, I think I got it.
My God, cleaning up toilet paper is such a pain in the ass.
Alright, as long as I don't pull a stupid, we're out of the Terra tubes.
J-Tip,
just the tip show? That's a different kind of...
J-Tip's my DJ name. Because I tease him. Just tip. But, you know, J-Chip is being vouched for by Megadan. He's a good dude, apparently.
I've watched a few of J-Chip shows. Or, videos.
Cole's saying that, you know, as a moderator, he's saying that he assumes that we don't want them deleting messages. That's true. There's only been really 2 times.
There's a reason we don't have the chat on screen now.
Yeah, there's only been...
I stopped doing that after a couple trolls went a little too far.
Well, and especially the fact that we tend to do our streams later definitely helps invite that kind of, you know, behavior out of people, I think. Because, you know, it's not like we're streaming at height fucking time or anything. We're streaming when it's convenient for us as nighttime workers. So you have all the weirdest people on with the weirdest fascination with being noticed on. So I think we're good at this game, Nathan.
I'm winning. Or have you just not met your quota of saying that enough times?
Well, 1, yes, and 2, you could be winning better. You don't have to complain. My phone's actually dying. Holy shit.
Plug it in. The fucking USB ports over there.
Plug it in. USB ports over. Oh, I see it actually. Cole is asking when you're gonna get rid of the heart, Nathan.
Cole, that's a great question.
This is something, bro. He really asked me, like, hey, Justin, why are you looking at your phone?
Cole.
Because you're too fucking lazy to get rid of the fucking heart symbol. So I can't read it from the goddamn computer.
It took me 1.5 years to stop using stock Streamlabs images, alright? Give it time.
My man's like, baby steps, okay? I need to be cultured slowly. J-Chip's saying that, who cares about the chat? It's all about the game. It's not about the game.
Well,
if it was about the game, we wouldn't do it while we were streaming, to be honest with you. It's about the experience. It's about the sense of community.
Alright. About to be rat number 3.
Oh, are we? Okay, we're polishing up.
Well, dude, you barely poured me anything.
Nathan, that was the last of the bottle. Megan's commenting on the fact that Cole streamed earlier. Cole Also, he did stream earlier. It was kind of spontaneous, apparently. Oh, he's spontaneous, Nathan. Oh, I guess a little hot on the color, I'll be honest with you. It's one button.
The fuck are you talking about?
It's what Cole said. It's
no.
one button.
No, he's right.
It's one button, Nathan.
I can't do it live though. I'd have to do it before.
Oh, for the fixing of the hard thing. Yeah. And then Megan's asking when you going to
go live next.
Again? Oh, he's asking Cole. See, that's the problem with calling people by their like usernames. When the usernames are other parts of speech other than a noun, like it can get very confusing very quickly.
Okay. I got rat number 3 twice in a row. First time.
Stampede Gaming just joined the chat.
Stampede Gaming's here? Jesus.
Who's Stampede Gaming?
These are all Megadance people that have hopped over.
Everything can relax. The mechanic has arrived to Stampede Gaming. Apparently Stampede Gaming's a mechanic. I've known a couple mechanics in my time, so what I'm hearing is you're going to charge too much, stand around a little too much, and then maybe not be able to do the work, which I'm very ecstatic about, okay?
I'm really happy that you are manning the chat this evening.
Megadan is also equally excited. He's here typing stamps! There were 3 exclamation marks, so you had to give a little more energy than usual, you know?
Dude, I can't wait until tomorrow when Cindy wakes up and is like, I heard you. I need to sleep.
J-Chip's like, can the mechanic fix the Pittsburgh Steelers offense?
Okay, I gotta, okay. So I need to count how many times before he does that jump attack, because if I'm doing the dash or the headbutt, I don't have enough recovery before he stomps me.
Okay. You gotta keep it light. You gotta float like a butterfly, sting like a Battletoad.
Why don't you put that one back in the oven, let it cook a little bit, because that was some weak shit.
I got it. You gotta float like a dark witch.
Okay.
Wait, Queen Witch? Fuck. Wait, what's she called? Fuck.
I'm so happy you're here.
I've only seen her name on screen once.
The Dark Queen.
The Dark Queen. She's not a witch. It spins around very quickly. I thought
she might witch on the weekends, but she's the Dark Queen.
She might witch on the weekends? The witching weekends? Okay. Just to be that clear here, okay? Wait, if you have 2 W's, does that make it a quadruple U? You know what? Never mind. Not the point. Moving on. But,
I can tell you are ready to do anything else but this. It is so obvious to me when you are just not having fun anymore.
Megadan says I have all the charisma, so obviously...
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You have no idea what you're talking about, Nathan.
I'm the guy that's actually good at video games. You're the talent.
Matt says, I heard Justin's witching on the weekends. Well, you've heard nothing, okay? Just because we live in the same town doesn't mean you gossip, okay?
I forgot you and Matt are close.
The way you said close, it definitely does,
Let me find out you're on his YouTube channel when he starts one. I swear to God.
It insinuates a level of intimacy. I'm not sure. I'm really...
Let me see Matt's new channel go live in February. And you're on it? Oh, I'll be so mad.
No, what I was saying is this is the result of me having no interest in what's going on the stream at all. That's very true. I really have no interest in what's going on.
Bro, I just want to play Battletoads. If y'all want to talk to Justin, go for it.
He enjoys his Battletoads a lot. Stampede's asking if you've died.
Oh, yeah, plenty of times.
Yeah. This is still practice.
I'm dying less, though.
Have you even been counting your deaths this run? I haven't counted.
No, I'm still on a 1cc. Or on track for one.
Megadan says, Justin, if it means anything, I would have bought a power-up membership from you. I was the #1 seller of power-up memberships in my store.
So this motherfucker. So he eventually moved into me and my girlfriend's apartment.
Yeah.
And like everyone in town knew him as the GameStop guy.
Yeah, like I'd be recognized all over the fucking place. I mean,
we would order pizza.
Yeah.
And he hadn't have worked at GameStop for 2 years.
Yeah. And
the pizza delivery man would be like, hey man, aren't you the guy who works at GameStop? I worked there at the same time as you.
Yeah, but the difference was I was the assistant manager at that GameStop.
I'm gonna die.
back when the manager didn't want to manage that GameStop.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Not gonna make it.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You gotta want 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 it. Turn, 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 turn. You see? What are you fussing about?
Oh, dude, that was close.
What are you fussing about?
That
baby?
was close.
But yeah, no, I ended up. It's funny. At the end of the year, I ended up looking through the stats for our best year while I was there, and because he told me how to pull up the stat sheets for GameStop, and it was like I, as one employee, had done over a third of the entire transactions for the store that year, and that was $1 million store at the time. So I had done over.
You're talking about the Front Royal store.
The Front Royal store, yeah. I had done like $398,000 in sales, and that's not even talking about the percentages. When it came to the Power Up memberships, it was a little more even with me and my manager because he only did transactions where he knew he was going.
Oh yeah, no, he would cook numbers all day.
We can talk about GameStop all day, but really we really shouldn't because it is rather it's just sad. It's just sad. It's just sad how they take advantage of their employees and take advantage of their customers and think they can get away with that forever. And then when their business model crashes, they say it's the market's fault, right? I mean, my God. But who's Shawn Michaels?
That's oh, yeah. Justin also doesn't know wrestling either.
Okay, I do not know wrestling, unfortunately. When I get called someone else's name, I always get a little worried. Stampede says nice recovery. That was very nice recovery. It's mostly because I started shouting the word turn. I think that really helped.
You were Piccolo yelling dodge, except for I did.
Yeah, except you actually learned a lesson, so that makes me a better tutor than Piccolo by your own definition. So
hey,
I'll take it.
Piccolo was not a stepdad. He was the dad that stepped up. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
J-Chip is saying...
I stole that joke.
You stole that joke 100%.
100%.
That's why I ignored you. I'm not going to laugh at a joke that I know you stole because you told me where you got it from. I just don't remember at the moment. But J-Chip says GameStop turned into Loot Crate. Well, they took a turn into basically anything they could, and merchandise was one of the things they thought they could turn into, but like they didn't have that. Like, once again, a whole different story. I really don't want to talk about the background for GameStop because I could. I even ran my own store for a while, so
I'm fucking ground.
I'm intimately familiar. No, not. I wish. If I'd run into the ground, I would have gotten severance pay like fucking Sam did. Oh. You laugh, but she did.
She did.
And she did. She got fucking severance pay. I didn't get fucking severance pay. Different story. I get wound up in them all the time, okay? They played... God damn it, this fucking stupid thing.
You're gonna break it. You're gonna break everything.
I'm not breaking anything.
You're gonna break everything.
It's my fucking laptop. If I want to move the mouse around a little bit... I'd say, no, I was saying they played us till we played their stocks. That's not really how things happen, but you know what? It's a happy... Do you know how timing works, Nathan?
Yeah, my double tap is not... There we go.
There you go. Yeah, call saying no one goes Dark Souls. No one goes to GameStop for anything but games, and when they even stop being decent...
Oh, dude, every once in a while you'll catch GameStop slipping. Like, I remember, what was it, like 2 years ago? They had a copy of Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah.
For $25, and that game was going for $75.
And I still cannot believe that person sold it to me.
They sold it to me because they weren't supposed to at the time. They were supposed to ship it off to be sold offline.
That was after
or online.
I think that was after I quit GameStop. Maybe I was still working at GameStop. I don't remember which one. It's either at the end of my 10-year GameStop or I had just gotten out of GameStop. But yeah, no, I remember being like, no, like I know the fucking policy. I know what they're supposed to do with these fucking games, and they're not even supposed to have this in their inventory. But they were just eager to get rid of it, and you ended up benefiting. So, what's the harm really done? I guess I don't really care.
That was a CIB copy too. That's fucking wild.
J-Chip says, I remember the days when they got in the cell phone business.
My God, you were working there, weren't you?
I was the #1 retailer for Cricket cell phone service in GameStop in our region. I actually did a lot of the technical support for Cricket, and
you got a hell of a fucking deal on phone plans too.
Yeah, I got half off on the phone plans, and then I knew how our inventory worked, and I knew that they didn't keep inventory on half the shit that was from Cricket. because Cricket had their own independent inventory system that GameStop never integrated at any point. At any point, they ran the Cricket service for like 5 years
I thought
and never integrated their inventory system into their own inventory system. So yeah, I took advantage like a motherfucker of that, and I made some crazy sales off of that, as well as taking advantage of the system for myself. That's a whole different story that might have questionable liability.
Yeah, we need to tell you
about it.
we need to tell how you got a Switch story one day.
One day soon. But today,
we gotta wait a couple years.
Yeah, today's not that day. You know,
but not this day.
I have to wait for the statute of limitations to
you might actually have
expire on that bad boy. Not really, but yeah, that's the joke I like to make. Stampede saying that this stage brings back nightmares. Jesus Christ. Reading something and articulating something are two skills. And when you've had a little bit of alcohol, those two skills become tasks of monumental proportions for some reason. And I just don't understand how that happens. Cole's asking, haven't I said how I got a Switch? I did. I have.
Did we tell that story?
I have told that story.
Okay.
Mind you, I don't think it was on stream. It might have been on stream. I think it was in one of our videos I told that story.
Okay.
I don't actually have any problem telling it. It's one of those things where I joke around about it, but nothing actually illegal or illicit was really done.
You would have been fired.
If they had found out what I had done, I would have gotten talked to.
You would have been fired.
I would not have been fired.
Bro.
I would not have been fired because the thing I ended up quitting over was a bigger loss and liability than the Switch was. And even then they didn't want to fire me. They were so desperate for good help that my boss threatened to fire me just because he didn't like my fucking devil make hair fucking attitude, basically. Like, he wanted to crack the whip and get me a line. When he told me that he might fire me, I said, well, don't worry about firing me. I quit. And he's like, well, we haven't made a decision yet. And I was like, I don't care about your decision. I quit. And he's like, well, I don't think they're going to fire you. And I was like, my friend, we've crossed the Rubicon, okay?
Okay, you made that reference twice already.
I made a mixed metaphor joke.
Oh, my apologies. Okay.
Now I'm making the actual metaphor.
Okay, I'll allow it.
I appreciate that. But yeah, no, literally. Stampede says, don't worry, Justin, you're calm, you're composed, and you're very articulate when you speak.
Hold on. There's a Stampede saying that?
Stampede, you know what? I love a person that's willing to lie to me. Some of my favorite people are people who are willing to lie to me, so... I would say I keep my eye on you, but that's not really how this works. You look at me, I don't look at you. It's fine. I understand that you want your privacy, and I respect that. But I'm about to stampede all over your gaming, if you know what I mean.
God damn. If you're gonna insult a man like that, the least you can do is go subscribe to his channel.
No Bob says, quick, Nathan, hit us with some hot news. Is he talking about...
So, in Discord, there was one night, somehow I got No Bob to... Do we have more?
Yeah, I got
we have the other bottle, that's right.
The second bottle. The non-illegal bottle.
Okay, this is the final checkpoint.
Okay.
No, we were up late one night, and No Bob was supposed to be asleep.
No Bob was
and
we
hopped in the lounge, and he taught me how to stream...
Media?
YouTube.
Yeah.
On Discord. I made him watch the Hot News 64 VHS tape, but a YouTube recording of it.
Brought to you by Honey and Hops. Actually, no, it's not.
Cool story. Yeah, that's what Cole's referring to.
No, I'm well familiar with...
I'm about to make him watch the Donkey Kong Country promo tape.
Which... Oh, God.
Oh, I made you watch all of them, haven't I?
Yeah.
You're lying, so I don't make you watch more, aren't you?
What do you mean? Nathan, you sound like a crazy person right now with all your...
Nathan, you're just making shit up.
Your conspiratorial nonsense is really getting to your brain, Nathan. You've been playing too much Battletoads, Nathan.
I've been playing so much fucking Battletoads.
Put down the controller, Nathan.
No, I can quit when I want.
Are your fingers cramping, Nathan?
They're so cramped. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know if you've played a Nintendo game for an hour and a half to 2 hours in one sitting before, but your thumbs feel it.
J-Chip interpreted this as an actual call for general gaming news, and he's saying that Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year. No fucking surprise there. I think.
Oh, dude, I didn't think that was ever going to be a problem.
I hadn't even looked into it.
I forgot the gaming awards were today.
Oh, were they today?
Yeah.
That's why I haven't heard about it yet. I'll probably read about it tomorrow. I don't actually follow the news, but yeah, no. Baldur's Gate Game of the Year, no surprise, well deserved. Larian Studios knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. See, whoever said you can kill.
I think someone was saying that just to fuck with you, Nathan. No joke.
Some things you just don't lie about.
Cole says, Liza P didn't win a single thing. No surprise there, though. I mean, would you have expected it to win something? I mean, the Game Awards have always been really, really fucking flimsy. I mean, they're not. I don't know. They're not even like standardized the same way, like for example, the Oscars are standardized, right? Where like they have like a committee and shit. The Game Awards are just like a network-owned entity, essentially.
Oh, bitch!
Anyway, not to go too deep into the bullshit.
Okay, so I have to wait for her to stop.
J-Chip says, I love D&D, but I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. I'm probably going to get it when
you and I
it
played, what,
comes out on
5
PS5.
hours co-op when it came out?
You and I played 4 hours and a little bit more, and obviously I've played more since then. When it comes to Baldur's Gate 3, it's a game that I do hope to one day finish, but if you want to talk about, like, open world games with a lot going on, Baldur's Gate 3 is essentially the definition of that idea. I mean, my god. I mean, the mechanical freedom that game allows is astounding, but also the depth of of character, story, plot lines that you can follow, decisions you can make, the impact of those decisions you can make, yada yada yada. Not here to suck Baldur's Gate 3's dick any harder than it needs to be sucked. A lot of people have done that already for my benefit. But yeah, no, like I said, no surprise that won Game of the Year. I think it's well deserved. And the fact that Liza P didn't get anything is a lie, actually. It's an alternative fact, okay? It's in the title, okay? Call. I don't know what you were thinking.
Jesus Christ.
Matt says, when I get some money, I'm going to get the PC version because the console version is not Game of the Year material. Oh, he's talking about Baldur's Gate 3. To be fair, I would somewhat agree with you.
Okay, so I need to not be in the middle.
When I saw the change in UI between the PC version and the console version and realized the breadth of difference between the two versions, yeah, I'm kind of inclined
You
to
want to
agree.
give it to the Dark Queen from behind. Indeed.
Who doesn't want to give it to a Dark Queen from behind? Slay Queen. You drink. Moderation, Nathan.
How strong is this?
We have all these moderators in our chat. It's like 11%, I think.
I love it's like alcohol by volume, 13 to 14%. It's somewhere in there.
Well, because it's brewed in literal fucking plastic vats you can see when you go into the bar. Like,
no.
I know the guys who made this batch. J-Ship saying I did a pretty good job with the awards this year. Nice.
Okay.
Call saying, I didn't say you can kill it. I asked if you could kill it. Okay, I might have misread your message, so I apologize if I misread it. If I didn't misread it and you're wrong, go fuck yourself. No, Bob said the Game Awards are basically a popularity contest. I don't think there's anything wrong with popularity contests. Like, for example, when you look at the Oscars, one of the things that people don't realize about the Oscars is the Oscars aren't a popularity contest. The Oscars, I keep saying it wrong for some reason. The Oscars,
it could be all the mead.
The alcohol in general, to be honest with you. The Oscars actually have a board of committee members that vote on films. It's actually one of the reasons, if you look in the history of the Oscars, most of the motion pictures that end up winning for the Oscars are movies that either have to do with the film industry, or have to do with actors, or have to do with movies themselves. It's actually really stunning when you actually go back and look through the history of the Oscars. Sorry.
Cool story. Feeling confident for some runs yet? Yes. I know I can do it. I need to tighten up in level 7. I'm getting pretty good at rat number 3, and there's a few places in there. So I've no death run level 12 before. I don't think I've no death the queen yet. So I'm probably going to keep practicing for the rest of the week. I think gotta get ready for work. See y'all, dude. We're wrapping up anyway. As much as I want to do a third run, I'm not gonna do that tonight. Oh,
Alan Wake 2 won some awards.
Subscribed to Stampede Gaming. Gotcha. I will check your shit out tomorrow. No, I'm confident. I know I can do it. At this pace, before Christmas, I'll have it.
I have confidence in sunshine. I have confidence in rain.
All right. Well, everyone, it was a pleasure. A weirdly hop-in chat for 4:45 in the goddamn morning our time.
We're just that popular.
It's all because of you.
We pull them views.
See, I need you on stream more often, where you deal with the chat, and I'm just over here doing whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of the metric that you
that's kind of what I want to get to.
The framework, you know, I wouldn't call you a carpenter exactly, but, you know, there's definitely some framework happening here.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, everyone. I'm doing the rambling thing that means it's time to end. And you have that bottle of Gentleman Jack that I kind of want to get to.
And it's rather gentlemanly, so...
You didn't get Coke for the Gentleman Jack, did you?
Flywheel Poe definitely helped.
All right, guys, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
What the fuck? I'm a flywheel? What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean, Nathan? What the fuck's a flywheel, Nathan?
Are you doing the thing where you escalate and you hope I end it, and then you were like, ha ha ha, when no one's watching?
Well, actually, I'm genuinely curious, but yes, that was what I was doing.